You know, folks, I've been around this block more times than I care to count. Played in the trenches for 14 years, went through battles that would break most men, and I learned something that nobody teaches you in the playbook of life. When you hit that 60-yard line of life, and I'm talking about turning 60 years old, the game changes completely. The rules you thought you knew, they don't apply anymore. And the support system you thought you had, well, let me tell you something that might sting a little, but needs to be said. The most reliable support in your life isn't always going to be family. I know. That's not what they tell you in the feel-good movies. But I'm here to give you the real talk, the truth that's going to set you free. After 60, there are 5 pillars, 5 non-negotiable foundations that will hold you up when everything else crumbles. And brother, sister, you better start building these now, not when you're already in the fourth quarter. First pillar, your health. Not your family's health, not your spouse's health, your health. You see, when I was playing, I thought my body was invincible. 325 pounds of pure muscle could move offensive linemen like they were children. But let me tell you something. Father Time is undefeated. He's never lost a match, never will. At 60, your body becomes your most honest friend. It tells you the truth when everyone else is lying. It won't let you ignore what you've been ignoring. Your knees will remind you of every hard hit you took. Your back will tell you about every time you didn't stretch. But here's the beautiful thing. It's also your most loyal teammate. You take care of it. It takes care of you. You feed it right, move it right, rest it right, and it will carry you through battles that would destroy a younger, weaker version of yourself. Your health isn't just about living longer. It's about living stronger. It's about having the energy to chase your dreams when everyone else is settling for nightmares. Second pillar, mental peace. Oh man, this one's big. You know what I realized after retirement? All those years of crowd noise, all that chaos, all that pressure, it taught me something valuable about the noise in my head. Up here, there's always crowd noise. There's always someone screaming, someone doubting, someone trying to get in your head. But at 60, you learn to quiet that stadium. You learn to find your center, your calm in the storm. Mental peace isn't about avoiding problems. It's about not letting problems avoid your solutions. It's about sleeping well at night because you know you've done your best. It's about waking up excited about your day instead of dreading it. The young Larry Allen needed external validation. The mature Larry Allen, he validates himself. And that, my friends, is power that no one can take from you. Third pillar, purpose. This is your why when everything else becomes why not. When I was playing, my purpose was clear. Dominate the line of scrimmage, protect my quarterback, create holes for my running backs. Simple, clear, powerful. But what happens when the game ends? What happens when the cheering stops? What happens when the thing that defined you for decades is suddenly gone? You better have found your deeper purpose, or you'll be lost in a world that doesn't care about your yesterday's glory. Purpose after 60 isn't about what you accomplished. It's about what you're still becoming. It's about the lives you touch, the wisdom you share, the example you set. It's about being a light in someone else's darkness. My purpose now? Helping people understand that strength isn't just physical. It's mental, emotional, spiritual. It's showing people that their best days don't have to be behind them just because their fastest days are. Fourth pillar, true friendships. Not family friendships, not obligation friendships, true friendships. I learned something hard in my playing days. Not everyone who cheers for you when you're winning will stick around when you're losing. Not everyone who calls you brother will treat you like family when it matters. But the ones who do, man, they're worth more than any Hall of Fame ring. They're the ones who tell you the truth when you need to hear it, who celebrate your victories without jealousy, who support your dreams without conditions. At 60, you stop collecting friends and start treasuring friendships. Quality over quantity, always. You'd rather have one friend who'd help you move a body than 10 who won't help you move a couch. And sometimes those true friends aren't the ones who've known you the longest. They're the ones who've known you the truest. Fifth pillar, financial independence. This is your freedom fund. I don't have to take anybody's nonsense money. Look, I was blessed to make good money in my playing career, but I've seen too many athletes, too many people in general, who thought the money would always be there, who thought someone else would always take care of them. Financial independence isn't about being rich. It's about being free. It's about having choices when others have chains. It's about sleeping peacefully because you know you can pay your bills without begging, borrowing, or compromising your values. At 60, you realize that the person most responsible for your financial future is the one looking back at you in the mirror, not your kids, not your spouse, not the government, you. Start now, save now, invest now, because independence deferred is independence denied. The spiritual foundation. Now, underneath all these pillars, there's something else, something that holds it all together. Call it spiritual connection, call it faith, call it your relationship with something bigger than yourself. I've been in situations where my physical strength wasn't enough, where my mental toughness wasn't enough, where my money and my friends and my health all seemed to fail me at the same time. But there's a strength that comes from knowing you're not alone in this universe. There's a peace that comes from understanding that your story is part of a bigger story. There's a power that comes from surrendering to something greater than your own will. This spiritual foundation, it's what keeps you grounded when life tries to knock you off your feet. It's what gives you hope when everything looks hopeless. It's what reminds you that you're not just surviving, you're thriving with purpose. The truth about family. Now let me address the elephant in the room. I'm not saying family doesn't matter. I'm saying family isn't everything, and it's not the only thing you can depend on. Family can love you and still let you down. Family can care about you and still not be there when you need them most. Family can have good intentions and still make bad decisions that affect your life. The truth is, some family members will support your dreams, and some will try to kill them. Some will celebrate your success, and some will resent it. Some will be there in your darkest hour, and some will be nowhere to be found. But when you've built these 5 pillars, when you've got your health, your peace, your purpose, your true friendships, and your financial independence, you can love your family without being dependent on them. You can give to them without being drained by them. You can be present for them without being imprisoned by them. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to take a hard look at your life right now. Are you building these pillars, or are you just hoping someone else will hold you up? Are you taking care of your health, or are you taking it for granted? Are you working on your mental peace, or are you living in constant chaos? Do you have a purpose that excites you, or are you just going through the motions? Do you have true friendships, or just a bunch of people who know your name? Are you working toward financial independence, or are you planning to be dependent on others forever? Listen to me carefully. You are not too old to start. You are not too young to prepare. You are not too late to change course. The strongest people I know didn't get strong by having easy lives. They got strong by facing hard truths and making hard decisions. They got strong by taking responsibility for their own happiness, their own success, their own future. At the end of the day, when the lights go out and the crowd goes home, when the phone stops ringing and the visitors stop coming, you need to be able to look in the mirror and know that you're going to be all right. Not because someone promised to take care of you, but because you learned to take care of yourself. Not because life was easy, but because you were strong. Not because you had no problems, but because you had the tools to solve them. Build these 5 pillars while you still can. Your future self will thank you for it. And remember, the game isn't over until you say it's over. I'm Larry Allen, and I'll see you next time.